Rah! Vigoroth! Rah! Hey guys, it's me, Jake here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP video. In today's video, guys, we are going to be going over my first local Jungle Cup of this month. And as you guys see here, we have a 5-round tournament. Our first opponent is going to be Pile 5. You guys will see his team on the right. Every opponent I have will have these matchups here on the screen. And as I write down the arrows, means that out of the even shielding scenarios, 2 out of 3 means I write an arrow to those Pokemon. So every single one of those arrows means these Pokemon wins 2 out of 3 of those even shielding scenarios. So guys, I hope you like that little Vigoroth intro there. You guys know what it is. He hits him with the wide right and then an uppercut over here, like one of these. Bang bang. No, anyways, guys, we were going up against our boy Pile here in the first round in this local Jungle Cup series. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to smash that subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, we're going to try to make this a shorter one, guys. We're not going to be doing very much team analysis here because you guys will see right over there. You guys will see right over there that I have the matchups already drawn out in a graphic for you guys for your convenience. And yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get right into battle number 1 of my first Jungle Cup tournament. Let's do it. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we're going to be opening up with our boy Vigoroth. Bang, bang, hits him with one of those. And this is going to be a piggyback scenario. So as you can see, we have these sped up here. We're going to try to go for the piggyback. He decides to use his first, so we're going to try to get the piggyback here. And it seems as though we got it because we got our fast move in. And now I believe we are up on energy. So which we do pull the trigger on a body slam early to see what he does. He does shield. That's okay, guys. We're going to also shield. Thinking we are going to get this body slam. And he decides to make a quick swap into Venusaur. That was really cheeky, but I was ready for it. So I switch immediately into my Vespiquen. This is a very hard counter to Venusaur. So this is a really good matchup. It's really ballsy, guys. In today's video, you guys will see how many people run Venusaur against my team. As you see, there's 3 hard counters to Venusaur. That Sludge Bomb is going to hurt, but at this point, it's all about farming that energy, guys, for whatever comes in next. We do wait it out to see what comes back in, and it is that Vigoroth. So he gets a little lucky there. He gets that charge move off. I was just waiting to see what was coming in. I wasn't expecting Vigoroth, but that's okay. Our Lantern comes back, and we have the priority here, and it is a Noctowl. So this is a GG. Lantern's going to take out this Noctowl with ease here any second now. We get off this T-Bolt to do massive super effective, but dang, that Noctowl is thick, guys, so it doesn't go down immediately. But there we go. We take game number 1 of round 1 against Pile. Let's get into game number 2. Bam. Alright guys, let's get into game number 2 with our boy Vigoroth, the king of the jungle. Who cares about a Wigglytuff? You guys see right there, right? Beedrill up against Wigglytuff. That's an easy matchup for me, guys. I led right into his team, right into a Wigglytuff, and that's huge because now we get the switch advantage against his Lantern with our Vigoroth. So already off the bat, we predicted that lead perfectly. Who's scared of Wigglytuff? I know I'm not. Vigoroth isn't, especially when we're carrying a Beedrill on our team. So yeah, guys, we decided to actually take out our Wigglytuff in replace of that Beedrill because we didn't want to be what's the word I'm looking for here? We didn't want to be targeted by a bunch of Wigglytuff counters today. And it turns out not many people actually ran Wigglytuff. I think this is my only opponent that actually ran it. And as you can see here, he has no shields left. This is a perfect scenario. Wigglytuff is trash without shields, guys. So that is partly why I didn't want to use it. I definitely don't feel comfortable committing 2 shields onto a Wigglytuff. But he's going to bring in his Vigoroth here, and that's no problem. Beedrill covers this perfectly fine as well. Who cares if that Vigoroth is hitting us with a wide right and then an uppercut? You know what I mean, guys? Who cares? This is no problem for Beedrill, and we can even get a bunch of chip damage onto that Wigglytuff. And guys, we have Lantern in the back, so this is a GG. Not even a play rough will finish us off there, and we take game number 2 to win the first round of this 5-round Jungle Cup tournament, guys. Let's go. Let's get into round number 2. All right, guys, getting into round number 2, we are up against Cardmaker JD, our friend Jen. She's getting really good at PvP. She just needs to invest more time into it and such. If you're watching this video, Jen, well played. And best of luck to you in the rest of this month. I'm down to train whenever. But yeah, we got the good lead there, and we are now locked against the victory bell with our Vespiquen. So this is obviously a perfect scenario for Vespiquen to be in. It is 4 times resisting those grass moves, even though it's a Razor Leaf user. It still does do a decent amount. We decided to let some energy go there, but we still have an Exorcism ready to go in the back. And she decides to bring in that Lantern once again. So this is no problem. She actually shields that Exorcism, which in the moment I told her that wasn't the smartest choice. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to sound like a know-it-all. I'm just trying to help her with her shield usage. Just to be a friendly... What's the word I'm looking for? Just to be a friendly helper, or like a friendly... Someone to just give like tips and knowledge. Because I've been in those scenarios before. We all have, where we've used a shield where we probably shouldn't have. That's just how you guys learn. Yeah, hashtag losers learn, as you guys will see later in this video. But yeah. So we're about to finish off this first game of round number 2 against Cardmaker JD, and there goes her Vigoroth. So Lantern doing pretty good work here, as well as our boy Vigoroth with the Vigoroth dance. You guys know what I mean? With the Vigoroth dance? Yeah, but that is my take on Vigoroth's animation. It looks like he's doing like a wide right swing. You guys can't tell I'm using my right hand because the camera is mirrored, but he does like one of those wide right swings, and then he ends it off with like an uppercut type of look. So yeah, anyways, let's get into game number 2 against Cardmaker JD. Alrighty, guys, jumping into game number 2 of round 2 against Cardmaker JD. We are opening Vespiquen, and she opens a lone Golem. Now this is a really terrible matchup. We're taking double super effective damage from those rock moves on Golem. And she does switch out pretty late there into her Noctowl, which could cost her a lot here because we already have 2 body slams ready to go. And we also did a bunch of chip damage onto that alone Golem. And she decides to forego shields on both of those body slams. So we are going to do the same because we obviously don't want to give up shield a loss. She does decide to let it go though, which was interesting but also smart, because she probably knows we have Lantern in the back here. But we do get the switch advantage, so this is huge, guys. We get to go in against this Vigoroth for free. And here I'm predicting a switch in to Golem, and it was. So I predicted well there. We do block this thinking it's a wild charge, which it was. So this paying out big time for us. She does still have 2 shields, which is a little scary. But Lantern chips away really slowly with those water guns. As you can see. Pew pew pew. As the water gun goes. But yeah, we're very comfortable here. We don't even need to really worry about much. She has banked a ton of energy here now though, but we still have a shield, and we are going to burn her last shield here with this Exorcism. This actually does come closer than I wanted. We do fire off this Exorcism. She's obviously going to burn the shield. She does have 1 more body slam, and in this moment I was like, oh, please don't have another body slam, there's no way. But it all worked out in the end, because we take game number 2 and we move on to round number 3, guys. So far 2-0 in rounds 1 and 2 now, so we haven't lost a game yet in this tournament. So anyways, let's get into round number 3. Alrighty, guys, jumping into round number 3, we are up against our opponent Farmazard here, leading off with Lantern against Venusaur. So this is a really bad matchup, guys. Probably the worst lead scenario I could have gotten. I just was not expecting him to lead Venusaur. If you guys take a look at the right where you see the matchups, I have 3 hard walls to Venusaur, and he does decide to open Venusaur. So very ballsy to say the least by him. I honestly was expecting an Alolan Golem lead. That's why I led with my Lantern. Just because usually if you see that many bugs or flyers, you tend to lead with the hardest counter to those, which would be that his Alolan Golem. But he got me there in the lead, and it's going to pay off for him big time here, because we now have a Vigoroth mirror match, but he is up a shield, and all we can do really is switch into Lantern here, try to get him to burn some energy. He does actually use a Bulldoze here, which was the right play, and now he switches into Venusaur. He does decide to block this Thunderbolt, which honestly I was hoping he wouldn't have, because I could have maybe potentially beat him to body slams, but either way here, it's pretty much game over at this point. We had to use that last shield there, and he farmed up a ton of energy from that Lantern, and yeah, there goes my my Vigoroth. No, but in all seriousness, he got the lead there, and he played it out properly. So GG's to Farmazard, and let's get into game number 2. Alrighty, guys, jumping into game number 2, we're gonna be leading with our boy Vigoroth. And let's see what he brings out. So he's going to bring out his own Vigoroth, and it's shiny. That's pretty cool. So here is a piggyback scenario, and he is definitely a smart trainer because he is also piggybacking. He does decide to click it first, but it does end up in a CMP tie. So that is just fine. As long as we can get to the second one first, we should be good. But we aren't able to. So this is kind of bad because he's going to piggyback this next time. As you guys could see, the animation. It had little sparkles when it hit me, and yeah, he's going to win this mirror match with the piggyback, and he's going to be able to hit off a body slam. So this definitely is not good at all for me, guys. We do switch in our Vespiquen because we know it can tank a body slam pretty well, and we know he's going to bring out his Alolan Golem, so we're going to go into our Lantern, and he actually stays in for a little bit, but then he brings out his Venusaur. So obviously he's going to farm a ton of energy here from me, because he knows that Thunderbolt isn't really going to do much damage. Farming, and he finally pulls a trigger on my Lantern, and here I thought it was GG because I thought he was going to go for a Sludge Bomb. But he makes a pretty big mistake and decides to actually go for a Frenzy Plant, which means I'm now going to farm him for a bunch of energy. And guys, you won't believe this. First X's are down, okay? In this moment, I thought there's no way I'm going to win this. Second X's are down. And guys, we actually tie with fast move damage. Somehow, some way, my Bug Bite was able to... I was able to land one more Bug Bite during or right before his turn of his Rock Throw. So just insane scenes there, guys. I thought it was over. Honestly, I really did. I thought he was going to go for the Sludge Bomb. It would have been over if he went for the Sludge Bomb, but he went for the Frenzy Plant, and we actually were able to tie that up. But we're still down a game, so let's see what we can do here in this final game. Alrighty, guys, jumping in this last game here, we're going to go with another trusty lead. Vigoroth, thinking there's no way he's going to lead Venusaur again, and he decides to lead Venusaur again. So this match, this entire round was just... I had a gut feeling to go with Vespiquen, but my brain told me not to because I thought he would bring out an Alolan Golem or maybe a Noctowl. Or, well, not a Noctowl. He doesn't, or no, yeah, Noctowl. But I go with my brain, and it fails me in the end because we have another terrible lead scenario where we're going to lose regardless. Even if we burn this next shield, he still is going to beat us to a Frenzy Plant. So, overall, it's just not good for us at all. But we do actually decide to make a switch here into Vespiquen so I can tank that Frenzy Plant. He is going to get in that Alolan Golem, but that's actually what we wanted. We wanted to bait out the Alolan Golem so that our Lantern could farm it up for a bunch of energy. And we also wanted to maybe sacrifice our Vigoroth if needed. So we are going to bring it in here, which he's going to forcefully have to use that Rock Blast there. And this, guys, is where I make my biggest mistake of this tournament. Hashtag losers learn, guys. It is a Lantern versus a Vigoroth, and I decide to go for the Thunderbolt. In this moment, I thought it was over already. I thought I could finish it off with quick moves, but then he hits me with a Bulldoze, guys. And look how close this is. He has so little HP left. One more Water Gun, and that would have been over. And the big mistake there, guys, if you couldn't catch it, is the fact that I decided to go for Thunderbolt instead of a Hydro Pump. Now, in the moment, it was tough to decide. I knew both were stab, right? But I thought Thunderbolt would have been enough plus Water Guns. I thought he would have been dropped down way lower than he was with that Thunderbolt. I didn't even think he would get to a charge move, honestly. Like, I knew he was going to go for a Bulldoze there because he wasn't using his Body Slams. And I just, out of instinct, I just went for Thunderbolt because I thought I had the game. But I went on PvP Poke and I asked them, is Hydro Pump better in that scenario? And they were like, yeah, Hydro Pump when in doubt, or when in doubt, Hydro Pump it out, or something like that. Some phrase. But yeah, hashtag losers learn, guys. That was my biggest mistake from this tournament thus far, and I would have taken it to a third game. We would have been 1-1 in the series if I had just went for the Hydro Pump. Oh my god. I'm sure you guys know this feeling, but yeah, in the moment, it's just so tough to make a choice because you think something's going to do enough damage, but it just ends up not doing enough. But anyways, it is what it is. We lost all 3 of those leads. Well, we even lost a Vigoroth piggyback because he got a piggyback in somehow on my Body Slam, on my Body Slam number 2, I think it was. He got an extra counter in and stopped one of my counters, but it's okay. We lost round number 3, but we're gonna try to finish this tournament strong, and let's jump into round number 4. Alrighty, guys, here we are in round number 4, and we're gonna be going off against a player named 3D Ward. You guys will see his team on the right over there, and we open our boy Vigoroth again. I just love the safetyness of leading Vigoroth, especially when people aren't bringing Heracross. But he decides to forego shields on that Body Slam. I didn't take the shield bait because I figured he would go for a shield bait here. Now, obviously, I think I am going to block this. Yes, I am, because I know I can farm some extra energy from that little Raichu there. And we do have a bunch of energy to potentially burn a shield from him. And he decides to bring in that Lantern. So we're going to hit him with the Body Slam. He's going to block. Smart block by him. It could have been a Bulldoze. But we have 2 Body Slams back to back. And we're going to hit him with that one. And we almost got to another Body Slam here. That would have been really nice. But that is perfectly okay because we're going to be bringing in our Lantern. And he makes an instinct switch into Noctowl, thinking I was going to come in with, I don't know, maybe say a Grass type. But I came in with my own Lantern. So guys, always wait to see what their Pokemon is, like, before you make a switch out, because they might only have a mirror match for that. Like in this scenario, Lantern is my only hope for those last 2 Pokemon, because otherwise there's no way that Vespiquen can handle both Lantern and Noctowl. That's just not going to happen. Here he is going to use his last bit of energy to feint my Lantern, obviously. And he gets another Thunderbolt off here, but we still have that shield. Remember that, guys? Vespiquen actually can beat Lantern if it has that shield advantage, because those X-Scissors and those Bug Bites do chip away really quickly. So yeah, we win game number 1 of round 4. And at this point, I'm still a little bummed about my mistake last round, but it is what it is, guys. Nothing I could really do in some of those matches with those terrible leads. But anyways, let's get into game number 2. Alright, guys, jumping in game number 2 here. We're going to be leading with our boy Vespiquen, because we think he's going to lead with Ivysaur, but he actually decides to lead with his Lantern. So we're going to actually decide to stay in this for a little bit, because I do believe Vespiquen can beat Lantern and then 2 shields, but instead we decide to go into our Vigoroth, and turns out his Vigoroth counter is another Vigoroth. So he decides to not block that for his Body Slam. Very interesting play. Right now he is farming a ton of energy, and he is going to bait both my shields here. That was played out pretty well by him, but we are going to get some extra energy from this Vigoroth, and let's see what he decides to bring in next. So he is going to bring in that Lantern. Smart move to use his energy there, because now all we have left is this Vespiquen and a Lantern. So we think he has potentially a flyer in the back, so we're gonna go for this accessory real quick, burn that shield, and then switch into our own Lantern. And he holds on to his energy, so that was good, but he makes another switch into his Noctowl. So I predicted this correctly. Obviously I didn't want my Vespiquen to die because I wanted to save him in the back, but it worked out anyways, because we switch into our Lantern, we get him to switch out into his Noctowl, and that reveals his last Pokemon. And it's going to be a GG here with our D-Bolt. His Lantern has so low HP that it wouldn't matter anyways. So, very well played to you, 3D Ward. If you are watching, I'm not sure if you are. And yeah, GG's and well played to all my opponents thus far. We take round number 4, so now we are 3-1 in my local Jungle Cup tournament. Let's get into the final round of this tournament, guys. Alrighty, guys, here in our final round of the tournament, we're going to be going up against our opponent, Evenflow7. You guys have seen him in the channel before. And look at this, another terrible matchup. Victory Bell versus Lantern. And in this moment, I'm like, you know what? Just take it. Just take my Lantern, please. I don't want to give up switch advantage here again. Because I don't want to be swapped into by a Golem. And he does decide to make a switch. So giving me switch advantage back was a huge mistake by him. In that scenario, I would have just let my Vigoroth go, because it literally had done its job that it needed to do. It beat the Lantern. So yeah, he does shield that second Sky Attack. So we were going to shield his first Body Slam and then switch into our Vigoroth, because we now have the shield advantage. We're like, okay, Body Slam, that's fine, where you can farm energy from this thing now. All we need is a loaded Vigoroth here to be in a good spot. So let's see what he brings in next. It is a Beedrill. So we already know this is a great scenario because we still have that Noctowl in the back, guys. And we do undertap to get to that second Body Slam, which is going to do a ton of damage to that Beedrill. And he does decide to use his energy here. It's not like it would have mattered if he saved it for Noctowl, because X-Scissor wouldn't have done very much at all. And his last Pokemon is that Victory Bell again from the start. And yeah, his main weakness there was just a team weak to Noctowl. He ran a Grass and a Bug that both get dominated by flying types, or bug types, depending on which ones. Say like Venomoth would do a lot of work against that team. Yeah, let's jump into game number 2. So guys, jumping into game number 2 here. We're going to go yet again with our boy Vigoroth has a lead. You guys know he flails, he punches with those counters. He body slams, spams your opponents into oblivion. But yeah, so this is the final game of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this far. So getting right into this, we open the Vigoroth and he opens his Vigoroth. So you guys know the deal here. We're going to go for the piggyback and attempt to get the switch advantage. And we do decide to pull my trigger first. And we do get a CMP speed tie, so that's okay. We're gonna try to hit it second, and we do get it. And we deny his fast move there, so that's really good. And he just decides to let his Vigoroth go. So overall, that's probably the smarter play, because he saves a shield for whatever is in the back, and he does have that Fortress. So very good choice by him to bring that in. But we got it down to half HP now, and we know Noctowl can handle this very easily. So we switch it in our Noctowl, and right here, I was really going to shield this, but he told me after he did that Earthquake that he didn't have Rock Tomb on his Fortress, guys. He had Earthquake and Heavy Slam. Now, he uses Heavy Slam this next time. I'm not sure why he didn't use it the first time around. It's not like it really would have changed the outcome that much. If he went Heavy Slam twice, I would have just shielded the second one. And it's going to be an Alolan Golem in the back anyways. So, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, really. We had Lantern for both Golem and Noctowl, which is just why Lantern is so dominant, because it will destroy Lantern as well as the other Rock Electric user that is Graveler, and Golem. So yeah, we take round number 5, 2-0. And yeah, we finish off the tournament, guys, 4-1. So congratulations to the winner. So yeah, guys, congratulations to the winner of this cup. He came from Connecticut, I believe, to play, because this was the first tournament in a somewhat local area. About I think it was like an hour drive or something, maybe 2. But yeah, the only opponent we lost to was this guy right here. And at least we can take away that the winner was the one who beat us. And yeah, we are right under him with those 17 tiebreaker points. And we take, I guess we technically take place in second. So I'm fine with another 4-1. But I feel like I have a curse now with 5-round tournaments. I just can't seem to close those out. I can't seem to win 5-0 in my 5-round tournaments. So yeah, this opponent was definitely good. Like, no doubt. I just can't believe the balls of steel he had to lead Venusaur against a team with a Vespiquen, a Beedrill, and an Octowl. It's just, it blows my mind, the fact that he led 2 Venusaur leads out of 3 games. Regardless, if we went for Hydro Pump with that Lantern, we would have taken it to a game 4. Wait, right? Yeah, we would have taken it to a game 4 there, and potentially could have came back, but that tie was insane, guys. So yeah, all hail to the winner. That is Parmezard. Well played, man, and great games to you guys and your crew overall. You guys topped that leaderboard. I'm the only person in the top, let's see here, I'm the only person in the top 5 that plays in this tournament locally. The other 4 that are all surrounding me are from a community about an hour and for about an hour to 2 hours away from me. So well played to you guys. You did well at another tournament of ours. It's nice to see more people coming over here to do tournaments because they're early. But yeah, overall, that finishes off my first Jungle Cup tournament on the month. It was not weighted. I decided to de-weight it because I have other plans to get back into top 150. So hopefully I do well in my Go Stadium Jungle Cup tournament. That'll be my weighted one, guys. So watch out for that video coming in the next maybe like 3 weeks-ish, depending on when we finish that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I hope you enjoyed the battles today. And overall, I hope you enjoyed my Jungle Cup recap tournament. And I hope you learned some things about lineups, about how to run your team compositions. You guys know the deal. Every single one of my tournament videos, I always make those graphics on the side. For any of you who don't really know the matchups that well, those are all based on PV Poke Sims, and I hope they give you I hope they serve a good use for you in your Jungle Cup tournaments. So yeah, that is the end of the video. Again, I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to drop that subscribe, smash that like, and leave a comment down below what you thought of today's video in the tournament. And yeah, let me know if there's anything I can improve on for these tournament videos. And until the next video, guys, I will talk to you all later. Have a good Entei raid day tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.